Okay, we've got the recording going. We got everything set up here. Got Robert Schoolcraft on with me this evening. He's going to be answering the questions that come across. Try to hold your questions till the end if you can, and that's a big help. We can answer those questions at the end of the training, and that way we can make sure we get everything taken care of. We got quite a few people checking in here right on the hour, and it's always great to see everyone. My name is Kerry Miller, and I come to you live each and every week from our IAW studios in Northeast Texas, and it's always a pleasure to come and have our training. It's extremely interactive for all of you that are new, and we have a lot of new faces in this evening, and it's great to have you. I just want to welcome Robert Schoolcraft. Some of you may have spoken to him already in our support area. He's on with me this evening, going to be helping to answer any questions that you may have. Robert's a great guy, and it's a pleasure to have him on board with us. If you haven't yet, I encourage you to join our YouTube channel. We have had a lot of you join the channel. That's where all of our trainings are uploaded. Sometimes we get the trainings uploaded before we actually get it uploaded into the control panel. So as soon as it's uploaded, you get an email and you know exactly when that's done. And also, if you would like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Instant App Wizard. And Sean keeps information on there, and we always look forward to speaking to you through all the mediums that we have. We're going to do a little bit of talking about SMS marketing. But before we do that, I would like to show you a new feature that we have placed on our system. It's one that has been asked for quite a while, and so I want to make sure that you see it, and then we're going to go directly into our training. And the reason we've put this on here, a lot of you have said, hey, I'm working in kind of the same niche market, or I would like to build, a half a dozen demos. Could you actually fix this where we can duplicate our apps? And so we've done that. When you go into your control panel, and it's very easy to do. Now, you do have to make a couple of changes on it, but we fixed it to where once you go into it and hit your duplicate button, all the information that you need to change is right there. And then you can go and actually go into the app. You've created a brand new app. So let's just, this coupon demo here, let's go in here, and I'm going to click duplicate. It's right here between generate Android app and suspend. And so you just click duplicate, and it's going to have a little box come up. And in this little box, this is where you need to put the new information. Now, if you've already got this information up, and this is just a demo that I'm duplicating here, so I don't have a lot of stuff in here, but you'll want to put your new business name. Now, let's say that maybe this is a franchise, and all of them's got the same name, but they got a different phone number, different email address. You can come in here and you can change the app title, but the only thing you have to change, if all this is already filled in and it's good to go, is the URL. So what we're going to do is we'll name this Demo 2, if that's available. We'll go to Demo 2, and it looks like that's not available. Looks like I've already used that. Demo 3, how about Demo 4? Okay, we'll use Demo 6. I use a lot of demo apps. Looks like that one's taken also. Let's see here. CP. Okay, we'll just call it CP. How's that? And so this URL is the only thing that you have to actually change. So come in here and duplicate. Click duplicate now. Continue. And you've got your new app. And the only thing you have to do now is you can go in and edit the app just like you would any other app, and make all your changes, any changes you need to make, maybe a different logo for the new business, or if you're doing demos for different niche markets, but you want to keep all the About Us information, that stuff the same. It's a quick way for you to go in and duplicate that and build your app. Any questions on the demo app, how to duplicate an application? Any questions at all while I'm here? Just type it in the box. We'll stay right here just for a second in the control panel. That way we can make sure you understood. Okay, Rajo Raj. Very simple to do. Just go in and click duplicate. Once you duplicate, and I'll go ahead and duplicate this one again here just to go through it. You got to make sure you change the URL. We'll call this CP1. Click duplicate now, and I can sit here and duplicate apps all night long. Continue, and you can see here, here's my original app. There's my first duplication. There's my second duplication. It's a great little feature for you. I know many of you have asked for that. Some of you are working with MLMs, the multi-level marketing companies. It's a great way to go in and work with those guys, and really fast way to be able to go in and duplicate those applications. So let me see. Okay, we've had several people check in since we started. Okay, if there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and roll right on into training. I want to talk to you tonight about SMS training, SMS marketing. It's a very, very, very powerful thing to do. I'm going to close a couple of boxes out here. Okay, I've closed out the question box, so I will not be able to see your questions until the end of the training. If you have one, Robert will be able to answer that for you. So we're just going to do a quick overview of what we talked about a couple of weeks ago. And that is the fact that SMS marketing is one of the most powerful marketing tools out there. I saw someone maybe a week ago canceled texting with 2 restaurants. And really that boggled my mind. And that's why I want to make sure that we cover SMS marketing very, very well, and that you understand SMS marketing very, very well. If you do not teach your customers how to use SMS marketing, you're missing the boat. It's one of the most powerful ways today to reach out to someone. It's the fastest way to reach out to someone. It takes about 90 minutes for someone to read an email, about 90 seconds for them to read a text. Your customers need to use both SMS and email marketing, and that's why the marketing platform is set up that way. You have to make sure that they understand a marketing campaign and how they will implement that into their business. I sold an app last night as I was walking out of a restaurant. I was talking to the owner. He was walking out with me, and we discussed a couple of things. I was just talking about his reputation management. I checked it before I went to eat, and it was absolutely terrible. Great food, but his reputation management on Yelp was terrible. And we were standing there talking, and he pulled out his phone, and he said, "Kerry, I want to ask you a question. Can you let me do this?" And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Landry's, but Landry's owns many steakhouses across the country. And they also own what's called Landry's, but they also own Saltgrass and some other steakhouses. And so he pulled out his phone, and he had a text message and an email from Landry's. And he said, "I want my restaurant to be able to do this." And I said, "Absolutely." And he runs about 750 customers a day through his restaurant. His next question is, my goal is to be able to send out 7,000 messages a week to drive people into my restaurant. I said, "No problem." The one thing he never worried about was cost. And the reason he wasn't concerned about that is because he knew if it was good enough for Landry's, it had to be good enough for him. So he's going to be a very long-term customer. We've already started talking about his marketing campaign, how to train his staff, and the whole 9 yards, and we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. But the key to your customers And I go back to the whoever it was that canceled the 2 restaurants. The reason they canceled is they did not know how to use that SMS to their advantage in driving traffic into their business. Because if they did, they would not have canceled their texting. So it's extremely important that we teach them how to do that. If we don't, they're not going to be a long-term customer. And we all want these customers to stay with us forever. I mean, it's a residual monthly income, and that texting is a huge part of driving business into their establishment. We're going to talk about the marketing model a couple of weeks ago, and it is in absolutely your customer's best interest to understand texting. An app is an app unless you distinguish yourself. If you're just out there selling apps, your turnover is going to be probably pretty high. They're going to stay with you 3 to 6 months, and then every 3 to 6 months you're going to have to replace that customer, because that app, just like their website that somebody sold them, is not doing anything for them. You know, I told you the story where I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to pay for someone to put my website on the front page of Google. And I don't think it ever made it past the 20th page, but I continued to pay them until finally I said, to heck with it. And then after a few months, I figured out how to do it myself and got myself on the front page of Google. So you have to distinguish yourself, and the way we distinguish ourselves with App Wizard is through our control panel and our marketing platform. If your service does not increase foot traffic, sales, and customer loyalty, your client does not need you. They don't need someone that's not going to do anything for them. Yeah, they're going to like you, they're going to love you, they're going to care for you, but they're not going to write you a check every month if your product, if your process is not of value to them. Let's see here. I just want to cover anything that I covered. We talked about why do we need SMS marketing. One is inventory control. It doesn't matter if they're selling blue jeans, pork chops, or milk. They've got to move product. And when that product gets to a point where it's getting old or on the shelf for too long, they start losing money on it. Okay, everything has a shelf life. And once it reaches that shelf life, it either goes bad or it starts costing them money to have that pair of jeans hang on their rack, or the milkman is going to come back and you didn't sell that, so you're not going to get full credit for it, or whatever the product is. With SMS marketing and mobile and email marketing, you can control inventory. It's instantaneous marketing, extremely important. Managed income. If it's a slow day and then you can help that business increase their income at the click of a button, he can actually generate income when he needs it the most, and that's when they're slow. Increase the frequency of their customer visits. Increase the value of their client's business. A marketable customer database builds the value of a business. And we talked about an SMS campaign, things to consider. This is your goal of your campaign: to increase customer loyalty, inventory control, and promotions for new customers. You have to know your audience. So let's get started here on tonight's training and get going here so we don't run out of time. There's 3 key elements of SMS marketing. First off, there's the customer. When you go in to build this campaign, when you go in to put this campaign together, you need to sit down and speak to your client from the customer's point of view. They have to know that that campaign that you're helping them put together for them is going to work. If that campaign doesn't get you excited, then it's not going to get your customers excited. Okay? Would this offer make me walk into that place of business? Is this campaign that we've put together, is it going to bring someone in? If you're sitting there at the counter or at the table or at someone's desk and you're helping put together this campaign, you've got to be able to look your client in the eye and say, listen, Jim, you know, this is a great idea, but if I was your customer, this would not allow me to walk in the door. But what you've got to be able to do is offer them alternatives to walk into the door. So you need to make sure that that offer excites you, okay? And is there value in the offer? If there's no value, then nobody's going to care if you send them an offer or not. And that's extremely, extremely important, okay? And then there's the business, okay? That business owner, they have to agree with the offer. They're looking at you as the professional. They're looking at you as their business consultant, okay? You're the mobile app expert. You're the SMS marketing expert. You're the email marketing expert. You're the Facebook expert. You're the Foursquare expert. You're the Yelp expert. And I guess what I'm saying is you've got to be the consummate professional who absolutely knows everything about everything when it comes to marketing this man's business, okay? A couple of questions that you need to ask before you ever get started. This is extremely important because if you do not know these things, you're not going to get anywhere. You need to ask the business owner, what is their goal? Now, it doesn't hurt to kind of coach them along and give them some examples. For example, Jim, I need to know what your goal is. Are you looking to drive more people into your establishment? Do you need to move a particular item more frequently? Do you need us to focus on selling specific products, or do you want to set up specific promotions for your business? And so kind of give them some ideas and understand where they're going. And this is the most important thing of all. You need to know who they are targeting, what group they're targeting. Now, we can set up multiple keywords in our marketing platform. Let me go in, and I'm going to stop right here. In your control panel, let me go into this app. Most of you may know this, but I think it's important that you see. Okay, you're able to set up, and there's not, I don't have texting. This is a training section. But when you go into, let me go into one real quick. Give me 1 second here. I want you to be able to see this. Okay, you want to be able to set up your text keywords, okay? And let me get back to my point of targeting your audience. I'll give you a prime example. When I was in the restaurant last night, they have a bar, okay? And they like doing drink specials. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a marketing campaign specifically for the bar audience, okay? Those who come in and spend their money at the bar. We're going to set up a QR code campaign specifically for that target. And what we will do is we'll come in here and we will set up a new keyword. So all you have to do is go into your marketing platform. Now, if you don't have texting hooked up, then it's not going to do you any good. You've got to have texting hooked up in order to make these specific target markets this way. So what you do is you come in and you add a new text keyword. And let's say that we're going to add this. Let's make this text keyword bar. Okay? And the sign-up incentive message, let's say buy one, get one, draft beer. All right? And when they sign up, that's what they're going to get. It says, thanks for joining, buy one, get one, draft beer, 2 to stop, text stop, message and data rates may apply. Click add. And I've just added a new keyword. So what we can do is we can set that keyword up specifically for and make our QR codes and everything specifically for the bar, and everybody can sign up under bar. Now, when they walk in the restaurant, they're going to be able to sign up for the coupons of the restaurant. But see, he's able to specifically target market each specific area of his restaurant. Maybe he wants to target the 18 to 24 crowd from the college because we're a college town. He can make sure that when people walk in of that age group, he can have them target specifically those people and have them sign up under another keyword. Okay, and when he wants to target specific groups, he's able to do that. Real quick here, let me pull up my chat box, question box. Does anybody understand? Can y'all see my screen? I saw somebody say they couldn't see my screen. Can everybody see my screen okay? Okay. Does everybody understand how I added the text keywords? And how to specifically target market using text keywords? Okay? Looks like everybody's on page with that. Let me get back to my screen. Bring this back down. Okay, I'm going to move my question box again so I can see. Okay, the staff. Let me tell you how important this is, and let me tell you how important a closer this is. And I'm gonna use this from last night because this is what I used to close the deal because he asked this specific question. You need to understand that a business's staff, irregardless if it's a restaurant, a clothing store, an oil change place, or a beauty shop, a flower shop, or any other kind of shop, you need to make sure that the staff is fully on board with this program. Because if they're not going to get anybody signed up. The staff is the ones that's out there touching the people, okay? They are the ones that have to understand exactly how this marketing campaign works. They're the ones that's going to be going out there signing people up. So this is what we did. Okay, I've set up a full staff training. I'm going to go in for the morning staff, the afternoon staff, and the evening staff. And they're going to come in 1 hour prior to their, I don't know why this keeps popping up. This GoToMeeting thing is kind of crazy tonight, so I apologize for that. Not sure why it's doing what it's doing. But anyway, the staff is an integral part. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in and we're going to bring them in 1 hour prior to their shift. And we're going to train them. But listen what we're going to train them to do. I told him last night, I said, you need to go get you some type of tablet. And when you have that tablet, we're going to teach your staff at the door to sit there and invite people to sign up. So we're going to go to the sign up page, the join us page, or whatever you call your sign up page. And we're going to have it sitting there. And they're going to walk in, and the staff that's sitting there at the door that seats people says, would you like to sign up for our coupon offers? And all they have to do is type their email address and their phone number and or either one, whichever they're going to feel comfortable doing, click a button, and it automatically goes into their database. And that same little tablet, when they're not busy at the front of the counter, they're going to have someone walk around and say, could we sign you up for our coupon special offers through our mobile device? And they're going to take right there on the spot and have them sign up right there while they're there. Because what's going to happen is that's going to catch on. And then the word's going to get out. And then when people walk in, they're going to expect to be able to sign up at that door for special coupon offers. The staff is key. The staff is integral. And I'll be honest with you, the reason people drop out of texting, because we did not teach anyone how to use it. If we were teaching the staffs how to make sure that they got that data, no one would ever drop out of texting. Why? Because the business owner would have someone to market to now. Now, I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but it's just the way it is. If the business does not have anyone to market to, he's really wasting his money, okay? So you have to make sure that they understand how to market. Okay, let's talk about the offer for a moment. What is the offer? How are we going to put the offer together? First off, in texting, and we get this question all the time, how come a text message is so short? Every phone, every text message platform is set up for 160 characters. There's no way to change it. It's the way the platform is set up. Okay, so you're limited to what you can do. A great texting program will be the difference of 4 or 5 people coming in on a special night and 45 people coming in. But you've got to be able to take that 160 characters and really reach out and touch someone. So this is what I want you to understand, and this is the way you need to learn to set up your text message campaigns when you're sitting down with your clients. First off, when you get a text message, and I'll read one that I just got today. Matter of fact, I get it twice a week, like clockwork. Reebok outlets. Now, when that text message comes in, I know exactly who that's from by looking at the first line. I know that they're giving me a coupon for tennis shoes. Matter of fact, this was save $10 on your purchase of $75. Here's the code, valid through, and then the stop. And it's set up. Now, this is from Reebok, okay? Now, if Reebok is doing this, and I didn't get this from this, I put this together from training that I collect from all over. But if this is good enough for Reebok, I can guarantee you it's good enough for every business that you deal with. You have to know when someone looks at that text message, they want to know who it's coming from. So you need to identify exactly who you are. So you want to put the company name. And I would put it all in cap letters so that there is no question who it's coming from. And following the company name, you need to say something like VIP or VIP Club or special member. You need to make sure it's something that really stands out to them, that makes them feel special, that they're important, okay, that they're getting this because they're a preferred customer. Now, this is a very, probably the worst thing a business can do. And there's nothing that drives me any more crazier than this. Is somebody to advertise something special to me and everybody can get it when they walk in the door. That drives me nuts. If I'm going to get an exclusive offer, then I want it to be exclusive to me because I was willing to give up a little bit of information in order to receive that exclusive offer. Don't fill it with fluff. All right? People aren't going to read that junk. You have to give it to the point. This is what it is right off the bat. And I'll use this Reebok offer again. Let me pull her up here. Save $10 on your purchase of $75 at Reebok outlets. Straight to the point. No fluff. This is what it is. This is what you get. The one on the 20th was save 30%. Okay? Straight to the point, no fluff. You don't need to put a bunch of flowery words in there. It's a coupon. You've got 160 characters. Use what conveys the message. Okay? Expiration of campaign. In this business, it's called scarcity. Okay? That means that it's going to only be here for a certain period of time and it's going away. Always, always, always put something in there that lets them know that this isn't going to be around for a long time. Your location. Make sure your location is part of that. Make sure they know where they're going. Okay? You can put a link to your locations page, okay, to your directions page of your app. Or if your directions button is noticeable on that app, you can send that app out. If they've got a long URL, you want to use the URL shortener that's in the control panel. There's a URL shortener right there in the marketing platform. But make sure they know where they're going. Okay? Now, why do we want the company name? Because we want to make sure that they know who it's from. Why do we not want to fill it with fluff? Because we want to get them excited right off the bat that, hey, man, I've got a special offer. Honey, we can go out tonight. We can save $10 on our meal. So why don't you go jump a shower? I'm going to go crank the car, and I'm ready to go. Let them know that it's only going to be for a certain time. It may only be for tonight. That restaurant owner may need to get rid of 100 pounds of pork chops, so he's got a pork chop special on from 8 o'clock till 10. That place that changes oil may have an extra 200 gallons of 10W30 in the tank, and he needs to get rid of that. Okay? Exclusivity is extremely important. And this goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Make sure that your clients understand that this has to be an exclusive offer. It can't be for everybody that walks in the door. If it does, people will start opting out faster than flies. If it's going to be a VIP club, then you need to make sure that it's a VIP club. If I've taken time to sign up for this VIP offer and everybody's getting it that walks in the door, I don't need to get your offers anymore. So I'm going to opt out. Okay, it's a good way to lose customers. Exclusivity is extremely, extremely important. Now here is an example of an offer. Okay, Lone Star Eatery VIP Club. They know exactly who it is, where it is, and what it is. There is no question who the business is. Get 15% off entree today only. Today only. Okay, that's the factor of you're gonna take it away from them. Okay, that's the scarcity feature. Today only from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Okay, so now you've set up a time frame. Now they know when they have to come in. Show text to claim offer. Now, there's one thing, and it automatically puts it in the text, this is the first thing I was asked last night, is if somebody wants to be taken off, what do they do? And we give them an opt-out feature. Okay, they can type stop and they can opt out. All right, and you also want to put your link in there. Put a shortened link. For example, this URL of this particular place is called LoneStarEatery.com. Okay, his URL on his OneTap.mobi is LSE. So we can take that, we can shorten it down, and we can send that out. You have to be effective. If your offers aren't effective, then you're wasting everybody's time. It's extremely important that you have effective offers. All right? What makes an effective offer? Frequency of offers. This is one of those areas where they're going to either want to blast it out a lot or not blast it out very much because they want to save money. Infrequent offers, and your audience is going to go away. Okay, you're not going to get anybody in the door. The whole purpose of a campaign is to bring people in the door. If you don't send out any messages, or if you only send out maybe once every 2 weeks, you're going to have a very low redemption of your offers. So the question is this, and we get this all the time, is how many offers is too many offers? And how many offers is too few offers? Okay? With email, and everybody here probably gets 1,000 emails a day. I mean, it's probably just, just email to death. But with texting, it's still very personal. I mean, that's really, texting is between you and your wife, or you and your kids, or you and your best friend. I mean, it's very personal. So you don't want to jam yourself into somebody's space. I'm sure many of you, when you were growing up and you were in school and the teacher told you, okay, your space is 3 feet now. You guys don't get within 3 feet because it's going to cause a fight and blah, blah, blah. Okay? So everybody's got their space. You don't want to invade your customer's space, but you want to reach out to them, but you don't want to be an annoyance. You don't want to get on their nerves by just blasting them every single day. So let me give you a quick little guideline, okay? And I got this from a report I read online. It's kind of standards for texting and what's good and what's bad. Once per month is too little. Once per day is too much. Once to twice a week is a good marketing campaign. So maybe their slowest day of the week is Tuesday. So you want to market that day. Maybe the day that they need to increase their sales and move product is Thursday. So you want to do another one on Thursday. Don't do it every day. Sit down with your clients and talk to them and share with them and make sure that you put together a good campaign that you guys can work together on. Extremely important. The whole reason for doing a campaign is to bring people in the door, okay? To bring an audience in, and the best way to do that is test. When you guys send out emails, you test, okay? You split test. When you send out these marketing campaigns, you need to do the same thing. You need to split test. You need to use a campaign this week that's worded this way. You need to use a campaign next week. And let me stop the screen here real quick. In your marketing platform, you have this calendar here. Okay, let's say we do a blast out on the 27th. Now, you also know how many opt-ins and how many opt-outs you get. All right, you can keep track of all that. That's the way you want to test your market. If you start seeing a rush of opt-outs, you need to kind of check with your client and see what he's sending out, how he's sending it out, what the frequency is. Is this the best way to do it? If he's not getting any response at all, you need to see what the message is that's going out. But you're able to go in, and when you sit down with him, and you can look at this before you even go in with him, you can see how his blasts are. If he calls you on the phone and he says, Carrie, this campaign is not working at all. I don't want this anymore. All Carrie's got to do is pull up his calendar for March and say, you know what, Jim? It's not working because you've not sent any blast out. Well, I told my manager to do that. But Jim, he's not doing it. Let me show you how to get in here and check what you're doing. You see, if it's not working, there's a reason. And you, as the professional, you have to get in there and understand that and figure out exactly what's going on. You've got to know that. So you have to be able to go in here, and you have to keep records of their stats. It's not all about walking in and selling an app and walking out. It's all about keeping them as a long-term customer and making sure that the marketing campaign is doing exactly what you said it would do and helping them build their business. That's the reason they want you. That's the reason they want to work with you, is because you're going to help them build their business. Watch what is putting in the message. Okay, this is a professional message, probably going out to professional people that you want to stay professional with. You don't want to put something like LMAO, you know. Oh, come on in tonight, LMAO, we're having a great time. You don't want to do that. You want to make it professional, keep it friendly, keep it on point. If you do like we did in the example earlier, you're not going to have to worry about that. You have to stay on point. That's extremely important. And you have to be the one that makes your clients understand that. Types of offers. Let's talk about some types of offers here. Okay? Save more. Certain percentage off. Okay, let's say you want to save $3 on this pair of jeans. Okay, come in today, or silver lining jeans are $3 off, or $10 off, or $25 off. Or it could be a percentage of the offer. 10% off if you come in today to get an oil change. Okay? You're teaching people how to save more. Now we want them to spend more. Okay? So what we do when we want someone to spend more, we're going to give them something free right off the bat. Okay? We're not going to take any money off. We're going to give them free dessert with their meal. We're going to give them free windshield washer fluid if they get their oil changed. We're going to check their transmission fluid and all the other fluids if they get the oils changed. What did you just do? You gave them something to make something. And they're going to spend more money because they didn't have to buy dessert. Okay? They're going to buy a bigger plate of food. So get more. People love get mores. All right? I love get mores. Buy one, get one free. Get a dessert if you purchase a hamburger. Get a glass of tea if you purchase an entree. All right? something to give them more. Get more and spend more is pretty close, okay? But if they know they're going to get more, guess what they're going to do? They're going to spend more, and they think that they're saving more, but in actuality, the owner is the one making out because he brought the customer in, they weren't going to come, and he's picking up extra money because he wasn't going to make it. Exclusive deals. I talked about exclusivity earlier. You want your client's customers, and he wants his customers to feel special. So for signing up on this particular day, you come in, and because you're a VIP candidate, you're going to get this. Only for our VIP candidates, okay? Only for those very important people that signed up for us. All-inclusive. All-inclusive is very cool. All-inclusive means that you're going to give them everything for a certain price. McDonald's made all-inclusive famous. If it wasn't for McDonald's, you probably would never get fries with your meal. There would never be a big meal. There would never be an upsell. There would never be anything. McDonald's came out, and they were the first bundlers of anything. They gave you the Big Mac, the fries, and the drink, all bundled together for $1 more. So all-inclusive means that I can come in and I can get the whole package and know exactly what I'm paying. Special events. It's a great way to reach out to people for special events. What can you do for that? Well, let's say it's the 4th of July, and you're working with a small meat market. What does a small meat market want to do? They want to drive people in there to buy the ribs, or at least that's what you do in Texas, okay? Or the brisket. Come in today and buy 2 slabs of ribs and get 2 chickens free, okay? Special events, build it up. You know, that's something that they could almost send out for a month, every week for a month. Customer appreciation days. Thank your customers for coming in and dealing with you and trading with you. Maybe you know that your towns we have a thing here called the Boat Ark Bash every year in September. Okay, huge event. You know the Boat Ark Bash is coming up, so, and you know that tons of people are coming into town. So you want to make sure that you got QR codes all over the Boat Ark Bash so that they can sign up for your special and they can come in for that specific event and get something from you at a special price. So contests are excellent, and I'm not going to say much about it, but we've got something coming up, and I'm just going to tickle your fancy a little bit. That's absolutely going to be phenomenal for contests. It's actually going to be phenomenal for all this, but we're hoping. I'll be on with the programmers when I get off here, but we think we've got everything just about worked out, and it's coming your way. And when I make this announcement, trust me, I'll just give you this tidbit. This one specific item is what closed the deal last night, and I did not even have the product in my hand. That's how big it is. So, okay, we're getting down to the wire here, and I want to make sure I get questions. I've had a lot of questions come in over the last week, 2 weeks. So let me pull up my question box here, and I know that Robert's been on with me, and Robert, I can't thank you enough, my friend. Sharing the app or sharing the offer with a friend, texting it to someone else, and that's a great way to do it. If you share that with a friend and they come in and show you where they shared it 5 times or 3 times or whatever they say, can show you on their phone, hey, look, I shared this offer with Sandy, Jim, John, and Joe. You give them a special bonus. That's very, very, very good. Very good. Okay, one of the questions I was asked is, how do I text my app to someone? How can I send this app to someone? If you're sending it to your customer, if you're sending it to your client's phone and you get their phone number, all you have to do is go text web app, and it sends it directly from your control panel, and you type the phone number in right here, okay? And that will send it, you just type in their email address, and it'll send that address directly to their text box. Very, very simple. Another question I was asked is on the branding, and I want to make sure I get this in here. On the URL and domain. This particular video that's on here, and that's because most people go there, is for GoDaddy, okay? GoDaddy's site is pretty much like everybody else's. It's to set up a forward and mask. What you want to do is you want to forward your domain name that you selected, and this is the domain name here. You want to forward to your onetap.mobi. Now, you don't have to mask. I know there's some companies out there that don't have masking. You hear us say forward and mask. What masking does is this. When you mask, you still see the URL right here. Okay? If it's not masked, it's only forwarded, it will forward to onetap.mobi, and you will see onetap.mobi with your extension on here. That's the reason you mask. You can see I can go into pricing. It still says Mobi Advertising Group. I can go into FAQ. It still says Mobi. That's because it's masked. If you're seeing onetap.mobi, your URL is not masked. Okay, it's only forwarded. And you may not have masking with who you have it set up with. It's very simple to go in and forward and mask a URL. If you need someone to do it, our programmer will do it for you. It's $25. If you don't know how to do it and you think you're going to mess it up, the best thing that you can do is for $25 is have him do it for you, bar none. Okay? Have you ever set up an app for someone without a website? You'd be amazed at the number of people that don't have websites. Okay? Yes. Matter of fact, this app right here, bookcabride.com, did not have a website. Not only did he not have a website, he didn't have anything, and I sold him an app, and then I built him a website. Oh, extra fees for extra work. You bet. Yeah. I'm going to use Roger, for example. Duplicate is good. Yes, sir. I think that's a great product. Roger's probably the greatest at finding the market price points. And we were on the phone Saturday, and he adjusted a price on an app. I think it was $30. Okay? Included 500 texts. He kind of did a bundle deal, and we talked about this. I was on my way up to meet with Woodrow in Oklahoma Friday. And we were on the phone talking, and he adjusted it $30, gave them 500 texts, and they wrote him a check on the spot, just by a little bit of adjusting. He took a sale that he didn't have and turned it into almost a $1,500 deal. Okay? He didn't give anything away. He just kind of bundled it in a different manner and made a good deal. So you guys need to think about that. Rep management, building your Facebook fan pages, all that stuff. Roger said they paid for the whole year up. Oh, wow, Roger. They paid for the whole year up. Now, let me tell you something. You can go in there and adjust for $30, and they'll write you a $1,200 check for the whole year. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's a week's paid check in one day. Took you, what, about 2 hours? That's wonderful. Any other questions? We're going to be on SMS marketing for the next couple of weeks. It's extremely important that you understand text marketing. And let me tell you why, and I'm going to close with this. You ladies and gentlemen that are on this call are in this business to make money. In order to make great money, not good money, great money, you need long-term customers. The way you have long-term customers in this business is to do something no one else is doing and teaching them how to market their web app. Okay? They've already been screwed by every SEO guru in the business. I mean, taken to the cleaners because they did not teach them anything. You folks need to get together and you need to teach these customers exactly how to market their app. And what that will do for you is keep them as a client forever. Now, if you're getting $100 a month, that's $1,200 a year. 10 of those is $12,000. 100 of those is $120,000. Now, all you need is about 100 clients at $12,000 a year, and you're setting golden. But the key is not getting 100 clients this year and having to completely replace 100 clients next year. You want somewhere, you're going to have people drop off. It's going to happen. You want to keep that at about 10%, 10 to 12%. 15%, you need to really start looking at it, but your recidivism rate should be about 10 to 15%. So instead of 100 clients that you need to replace for next year, you only need to find 10 or 12. That's one a month, okay, to keep it at 100 clients. And the way you do that is make sure that your marketing platform is set up correctly, that they are using the text and the email marketing to their advantage. And you have to teach them how to do that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up with that. That's my final thoughts for the night. I want to thank everybody that came out. We had a wonderful crowd this evening. It's always a pleasure to come out and train. I'll take one more question or two if there is any. If not, we're going to wrap her up for tonight and get back to work on our project for you that we're going to launch with you next week. Thank you, Art. It's a pleasure having you here tonight, buddy. All right, everybody. God bless. Thank you for coming out, and thank you, Joe. Hey, I appreciate you sending that. You too, Greg. Good to see you, buddy. We'll see you guys next week, and it was an absolute wonderful evening. Take care. Have a great night.